But the more important is I will say something like, okay, what are your KPIs? What are your metrics? Like, let's start with very simple ones. Like, what's your show rate? What's your close rate? And they won't even know the show rate.
It's crazy.
And I say, well, can you find it out? And they'll be like, well, I'll have to look. I'm like, so you're telling me that in the next 60 seconds, you can't open your laptop and immediately know what your show rate is? And they're like, no, I'd have to this and that. I'm like, well, that's the problem, because if you don't know what your show rate is, you probably don't know what your close rate is. You probably don't know what your book call rate is. You don't know a lot of these things. And if you don't know those things, you can't expect your closers to know them. You can't expect them to understand it. You can't expect to correct it. You can't correct something that you don't know.
Right. You have to measure first.
Right.
If you don't measure, you can't monitor, you can't adjust, you can't control.